The Buffalo Bills absolutely destroyed the Raiders on their home turf on Sunday, securing a commanding 38-10 victory that left all of Bills Mafia excited for Week 3. And the offensive prowess displayed by Josh Allen and even running back James Cook was nothing short of, spectacular. Allen was amazing with his precision, showcasing his arm strength, accuracy, as he was just, getting touchdowns left and right, and the Raiders really had no answer for him, especially on those crucial drives early in the game. Now, meanwhile, James Cook, his running game was nothing short of electric. With his great footwork, powerful rushes, he was consistently moving the chains, and together they put on a show that left no doubt about the Bills' dominance following up a disappointing opening day loss to the Jets. And, this is starting to ignite hope for a very impressive season ahead and what I believe to be their best shot at winning a Super Bowl this season. Now, in this video, I'll be breaking down why this win was, vital for the future of this team, but more importantly, why I think it could be time for the Bills to finally take that next step to, stardom by potentially winning it all this season.
Hey, listen, understand how you got there, though. Great discipline, taking care of the football, taking the football away, good complementary football. O-line, D-line, man, taking care of the run game. Hey, great job on a short week. We turn it around, get yourself ready for next week. Enjoy this one, be smart, stay humble. Stay humble. That's the way we do it here.
Hey, highest of highs, lowest of lows, man. We stay right here, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
The Bills are 1-1 at the moment, but that does not change the fact that they have statistically, been a top 5 offense and a top 10 defense throughout the first 2 weeks of football. Offensively ranking number 8 in points per game, number 5 in yards per game, number 6 in third down conversion percentage, and number 6 on touchdowns per game. Their offense has been electric, and one of the most crucial things about the Bills offense this season is their ability to score once they're in the red zone, and they have a percentage of 66.6, which ranks them in the top 7 overall in terms of scoring in the red zone, which means whenever they get into the red zone, they're scoring 2 out of 3 times, which is really, really good, and that just tells you why they're top 10, why they're such a good offense. Once they get to that red area, they're going to score most of the time. And, after a 3-interception game on Monday Night Football in Week 1, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills officially bounced back nicely with a convincing win at home against the Raiders in Week 2. And now, we all know Allen started this game very hot, leading 3 touchdown drives in the first half and throwing 2 of those himself. Now, the Bills didn't take their foot off the gas pedal at all in the second half, adding 2 more offensive touchdowns to basically just put the Raiders away in an easy fashion. Now, Josh Allen finished the day with a near perfect stat line, going 31 for 37 and 274 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 124.5 passer rating. Absolutely insane. This was the Josh Allen that we've been waiting to see. This is the Josh Allen that everyone has been, hoping for to start this season. And we got him in Week 2. I think he's only going to build upon that going into the future. Now, Gabe Davis emerged as Allen's top weapon in this game, as the Raiders did a pretty good job stopping Stephon Diggs, but Gabe Davis had 92 yards and a touchdown on 7 targets. But not only was Gabe Davis tremendously successful in the passing game, but they also showed a lot of, targets to Dalton Kincaid. And, Stephon Diggs didn't have the best day in the world, but he was still a big contributor as well. But first-round tight end Dalton Kincaid got significantly more involved this week. He was targeted 6 times, which led to 43 receiving yards on 5 receptions. But lastly, James Cook was incredibly tough to stop for the Raiders, and Buffalo finished with 183 rushing yards, with Allen accounting for just 7. James Cook led the way with a career best 123 yards, the most by a Bills running back since LaShawn McCoy had 156 in December of 2017. Now, with the offense playing basically out of their mind pretty much for the entirety of this game, and Josh Allen being amazing, the defense actually needs to be praised as well. However, before we jump into the defensive side of the ball, make sure you guys do me a quick favor. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. I will be covering the Bills and the rest of the NFL in terms of videos, post-game videos, breaking news highlights, and also live streaming some Bills games in the future as well. So make sure you guys join the family for those. One last thing before we jump into the video, do me a huge favor, guys. Go check out Underdog Fantasy. Link in the description. If you use my promo code, they will match your first deposit up to $100, meaning they'll give you a free $100 to use. They also have this wicked fun higher lower game, and I'm going to put in Gabe Davis over 40.5 receiving yards. They do a great job eliminating the #1 wide receiver threat. I think this is going to be a Gabe Davis game. I also want to go higher Sam Howell over 224 passing yards. I think it's going to be a game where the Buffalo Bills are up a lot and they're just going to have to pass the ball a ton. So I do like this bet. Let me know what you guys think about it, and comment down below what would you put in for a bet. I'll give you all lines right now, and they're going to continue to add more throughout the week. So make sure you guys go put in your bet and comment down below what you will put in. But let's get back into the video. Now, the Raiders had a few answers in the game. They opened up by scoring on a Davante Adams 16-yard touchdown, less than 3 minutes into the game, and then found themselves suddenly trailing a 28-10 before their first possession of the third quarter. And whatever chance Las Vegas had to get back in the game ended just 4 plays from scrimmage later when linebacker Matt Milano jumped in front of Josh Jacobs to intercept Jimmy Garoppolo's pass at midfield. And, Matt Milano has been tremendous throughout his career here in Buffalo, but he is really just starting to take that next step into being one of the best, maybe even linebackers in the NFL. But this was definitely a step in the right direction, as he has been a star and has continued that again in week 2. Milano has now produced an interception in both games to start the season, and he's also landed a top 3 graded defensive player for the Bills last week. And on first review of week 2, he appears likely to finish as a top 3 player again. Now, the Buffalo Bills are undoubtedly riding high on their momentum generated by their great win versus the Raiders, but this victory serves as a potent catalyst for the team's ambitions to clinch the Super Bowl. I mean, they're trying to get to that Super Bowl. They're trying to make strides to win it all. And, I really do think this could be the season. The Chiefs haven't been looking amazing. We all know that the NFC has some really big contenders, and the AFC also does as well. But the Bills seem like they could be on top if they continue to build upon this performance. Now, they're going to continue to need Josh Allen and James Cook to dominate with Stephon Diggs, but simultaneously, the defense needs to uphold its strength. Now, obviously, the Bills' rush defense hasn't been amazing to start the season, ranking them number 30th overall in rush yards allowed per game and number 19 in opposing just yards per rush. Or actually, I did that the opposite. Number 30 in yards per rush and number 19 in rush yards per game. But the thing is, the good thing about this Bills defense, or what is good for them, is their offense is so good that teams can't run the ball against them because they're already down by 15 to 20 points by the third quarter, which then they just need to pass the ball. And the Bills, pass defense has been relatively solid. They do have some room to grow, but they're only allowing 150 pass yards allowed per game. They're number 2 in opposing interception percentage thrown, and they've just been, really good in terms of their pass defense overall. So with this Bills team just continuing to get better, I think they really are a contributor, and I think they really can win it all this season.